talking about 9/11 changing around everything, your direct predecessor, George Tenet, why do you think that he got it so wrong? Not only with his slam dunk comment, but how did under his leadership, CIA, with the greatest intelligence agency in the world, miss the weapons of mass destruction?
It's not any man's fault.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the intelligence agency started with the Church and the Pike Commissions way back in the 70s. And they basically put in a whole bunch of new rules and congressional oversight because of all of the rogue, quote, activities that were going on then, for those of you who remember those days when the agency was accused of being way out of control. The idea of bringing congressional oversight in and then trying to sort of manage the intelligence community, not only with the executive branch but with Congress, led to some real disagreements about should we be doing intelligence in the United States. And it sort of was like the military budget. A couple of years would go by and it seemed like a great idea, and then we'd be at peace and people say, well, why are we spending money on that? And so this went sort of up and down, but the long and the short of it is the intelligence community really got hollowed out. We didn't have any money. And we got thinner and thinner, and then along came the wall tumbling down, and the peace dividend came in, and the appropriations really disappeared. The argument was, why do we need an intelligence organization now? We've got military out there. We're at peace in the world. Things are actually pretty good. We don't need to be spending precious dollars. The peace dividend needs to be spent at home. So the whole organization got hollowed out in a very big way. And in the meantime, what happens when hard times come in organizations, remember there are 15 separate intelligence organizations in the intelligence community in Washington. When things get tough, people go off in their corner and they huddle back and they hoard a little bit and they look out for themselves. It's a normal instinct. We got to the point where our intelligence organizations, their esprit was terrific within their own lane, but when you started to get the need for cooperation out there, have you guys talked to NSA about this? Has FBI talked to CIA? Oh no, we never talked to those people. And so we ran into the perfect storm of those problems. Of no money. Well, we went so far as, if some of you will remember, that the Clinton administration closed all of our activities in Africa. We just pulled everybody out, shut everything down. And what could go wrong in Africa in the 90s? Absolutely nothing. No problem with Africa. So it was that kind of attitude, policy, and I can assure you my biggest job as the chairman of the committee was trying to persuade my counterpart in the Senate that intelligence was a good investment and get the appropriations money every year. Every year where they tried to cut us, and every year we had to go fight and talk to the right people, the appropriators and so forth, and get the money. So mostly I was scrambling for money. We, at that time, I will say that the esprit and the 15 organizations had sort of gone off into such disparate ways that sometimes you weren't really sure that people really were sharing information, and as it turned out, we weren't.